Hey, great afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead, and it's always my privilege, my honor, and my pleasure to come and join you right here every Tuesday at 1 p.m. for a little push, a little encouragement. So as you're coming in the room, say hello. As you're coming in the room, say hello. I hope your week is off to an amazing start. And I hope that your day is going well. So come on, say hello as you're coming in the room. If it is your first time, welcome. Trust me, I believe that the Lord is going to share something with us today that is going to strengthen us, empower us, and help us to press through another week. Hey, Erlene, how are you? Hope you are doing well. And as you're coming in the room, please like and share this. Again, as you're coming in the room, please like and share this. Hey, sis, I love you. I miss you so much. But yes, as you're coming in the room, like and share this. I believe the Lord has given us something to be able to share with each and every one of you. A simple yet a powerful topic that I believe all of us need in this season, and that's simply breathe again. Yep, you heard it. The topic that the Lord gave me to share with us today is simply breathe again. Yep, I know it seems very elementary. I know it seems like it's something very simple. I know it doesn't seem profound. It doesn't seem deep. It doesn't seem revelatory. But it is something that many of us are struggling with. Many of us are having a hard time simply breathing again. Listen, sometimes life hits you so hard, hey, Aunt Jackie, that life seems to knock the very wind out of you, and just doing day-to-day functions have become difficult. Simply doing the basic things you used to do on a regular basis have now you actually have to coach yourself to do things you used to be able to do with ease. And I came to encourage you to breathe what? Again. Listen, some of us have survived heartbreak, grief, betrayal, loneliness, disappointments, being displaced, being abused, being mishandled, being overlooked, being pushed to the side. And some of these things have literally consumed our minds. They consumed our hearts. They've consumed our emotions. And sometimes something as simply as breathing, something as simple as just a woosah moment is becoming very challenging, is becoming very difficult. And I came today to encourage somebody to what? Breathe again. This is your divine inhale. Heaven is placing its mouth on your soul and whispering, you will breathe again. You are not forgotten. You are not finished. You are not lonely. You are not cast away. You are not thrown away. This is not your end. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to throw in the towel. This is not your end. You have not been forsaken. You are not far beyond help. Some of you think that you're at seasons of your life that you are far beyond help. I came to encourage you that God is sending you divine resuscitation. Come on, somebody put in the comment section. God is sending divine resuscitation. Come on, somebody put in the comment section. God is sending divine resuscitation. God is sending divine resuscitation, because some of us, what we're dealing with, though we may smile on the outside, though we may dress it up on the outside, the weight is literally pressing down on the very wind of our lives. The weight of what we're carrying is pressing down on the very wind of what we're carrying. And God is sending what? Divine resuscitation. Yep, that's right. Yes, Erlene. Erlene will breathe again. You will start over. That's right. God is sending divine resuscitation. And so here it is. You will not stay stuck where you are. I'm coming to speak life back into you. I'm coming to speak breath back into you. I'm coming to speak strength back into you. I'm coming to speak power back into you. And I'm coming to speak 7 things that God is going to send you power and strength. Why? Because sometimes we go, and we don't allow God to pour back into us. and sometimes we're running on fumes, and we have mastered the ability to be able to function and not exist. We've mastered the ability to be able to function and not live. We've mastered the ability to be able to do things, but not to actually fulfill what we're supposed to. Divine resuscitation is coming to you. Okay, Dr. Vaughn, how are you going to do it? Here's number one. God is about to break the cycle of suppression. Come on, I came by to help somebody. God is about to break the cycle of suppression. How? Stop holding on to your pain. Speak your truth. Silence may be safe, but it is suffocating. Hear me? Silence may be safe, but it is suffocating. God can't heal what you won't reveal. God can't heal what you won't release. Let me say it again. Stop hiding your pain. It's time to speak your truth. Silence may be safe, but it's also suffocating. God can't heal what you won't reveal, and God can't heal what you won't release. So many of us, because we have trust issues, so many of us, because we have superhero issues, so many of us, because we have the savior syndrome, so many of us, because we have we've always had to do it syndrome, we don't want to tell anybody we're wounded. We don't want to tell anybody we're hurt. We don't want to tell anybody we're on fumes. We don't want to tell anybody we're frustrated. We don't want to tell anybody we're disappointed. We don't want to tell anybody you hurt me. We don't want to tell anybody we just can't do it. And some of us are literally functioning and we're suffocating underneath of the pressure of what hurt us. But you have to break the cycle of suppression. You have to break the cycle of what's suffocating you. God cannot heal it if you won't release it. God can't heal it if you're holding it on with a grip. But you have to release it. Tell somebody, put in the comment section, I got to release it. Come on, somebody put in the comment section, I have to release it. I have to release it. It is essential to my life. It is essential to my sanity. It is essential to my purpose. It is essential to my destiny. It is essential to the call and the destiny on my life. I have to what? I have to release it. Here's the second thing. After I break the cycle of suppression, that's right. After I break the cycle of suppression, I got to learn how to rest. Woo! I got to learn how to rest. I'm going to say that again because somebody need, you know what, before I even tell you, I got to learn how to rest. I'm saying that because somebody need to catch that. I got to learn how to rest. I got to learn how to what? Rest. I got to learn how to rest. I got to learn how to rest. Somebody going to catch it. I got to learn how to rest. Listen, rest is not weakness. It's warfare. Sometimes your next breakthrough is hidden in your stillness. Lay your burdens down and allow God to breathe peace in your chaos. Let me say it again. Rest is not weakness. It's how you fight in warfare. Sometimes your next breakthrough is hidden in your stillness. Learn how to lay your burdens down and allow God to breathe peace in your chaos. Somebody say, I got to rest. I got to learn how to rest. Some of us are going and we're consumed and we've even consumed ourselves with the busyness of other people. We've consumed ourselves because other people got stuff on their agenda. And now we've taken on the obligations of people that we're not supposed to be obligated to in the first place. We're taking on obligations of people we were actually never supposed to take on obligations to in the first place. And now we're taking on things and we're not resting when God says rest. And God can't breathe into the chaos and allow peace to come in because we're not resting. God can't strengthen you for the warfare because you won't sit still enough to rest. Come on, somebody got to say, I got to learn how to rest. I got to learn how to rest. I got to learn how to rest, because in God's presence, God can breathe into my chaos. In God's presence, in the ability to rest, that's when God can breathe into my space. And he can then bring the stillness. He can then bring the peace. But he can't bring peace if you're always moving. Oh, God. Here's number 3. Once you appreciate the rest, you got to be able to embrace the pause. Rest and pause is different. What do you mean, Dr. Vaughn? Don't despise the delay. This pause produces clarity. This pause produces clarity, stability, and perspective. This pause produces clarity, stability, and perspective. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. Hear me clearly. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. Some of you are trying to figure out why God has not propelled you forward yet. It's because God has to bring stability and clarity before he can move you forward. Why? Because some of you think you know where you're supposed to go, but you got so much chaos around you, and the seed that's been planted inside of you that you've connected to can't go where you're going, so you're going to stay stuck. It looked like you're moving forward, but you're really still stuck. And so God has to create a pause because he needs to bring clarity, stability, and perspective. Clarity, stability, and perspective. Clarity, stability, and perspective. So you got to appreciate this pause. It's not punishment. You're being prepared for purpose. That's right. Yeah, Erlene said, I'm listening. Then after that, you need to learn how to align with heaven. Alignment is key. Somebody type in the comment section. Alignment is key. Alignment is key. Alignment is key. Sometimes many of us feel the pressure to perform, the pressure to do, the pressure to be connected. Because we love, so we feel the pressure to do. Because we're connected, we feel the pressure to do. Because our heart is connected, we feel the pressure to do. But alignment is key, and many of us are out of alignment. Many of us are out of alignment. So that's why we can't catch our breath. Many of us are out of alignment, and that's why we can't catch our breath. Alignment is key. Oh God. Alignment with God's timing will allow you to walk in the pace of grace and not the expectations of people. Alignment in, oh God, when you align with God's timing, it will allow you to walk in the pace of grace and not in the expectations of people. Alignment is key. We're talking about breathing again, right? We're talking about catching our breath again. So first we have to break the cycle of suppression. Then we got to learn how to rest. Then we got to learn how to appreciate the pause. Then we have to realize that alignment is key. And here's the next thing. Hey, Apostle. Hey, brother. How are you? The next thing is you have to take authority over your emotions. Oh, this is where it's about to get tight. You have to take authority over your emotions. So, you can feel, but stop being led by your feelings. I'm trying to help somebody. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I'm trying to help somebody. You can feel, but stop being led by your emotions. Name your emotions, but don't let your emotions drive you. Name your emotions, but don't let your emotions drive you. I'll say it again. Name your emotions, but don't let your emotions drive you. You are not your pain. You are powerful, and healing is your portion. So you have to begin to speak to that thing you're feeling and take authority over it so that it does not consume you. Here's the problem. The reason why we can't breathe and the reason why we're being consumed and we don't want to move, we don't want to get up, we don't want to breathe, we don't want to get out of bed, we don't want to work, we don't want to bathe, we don't want to do our purpose, we don't want to build the business, we don't want to do this. The reason why we don't is because we've allowed the pain of what we've endured to consume our very mind, and now we've allowed the pain to dictate who we are. No, I will name my pain, but then I got to tell my pain what it's going to do. Come on. I will now acknowledge the fact that it's there. I will have my moment. Now I'm going to tell my pain what it's going to do. Yes, yesterday I allowed you. I know what you did yesterday. I know how you swept me up. I know how my heart was in agony. I know how my mind was distraught. But today I'm telling pain what it's going to do. I am now telling pain. Wisdom is now going to tell me how to address the adversary. The adversary is my pain, but the authority that I hold is now going to tell the adversary how I'm about to show up. So here, pain is still there, but my authority is going to tell me how I'm going to dictate the pain. So now, because even though pain may be in the room, now pain is subject to me. Oh my God. Somebody put in the comment section, now pain is subject to me. Pain may have came in the room. It may have disrupted my atmosphere. But now, after I gathered myself, after I woosah and I took my breath, because I am breathing again, now pain is now subject to me. Now pain has to do what I say. Now pain has to be submissive to me. Pain is no longer dictating whether or not I smile. Pain is no longer dictating whether or not I cry every day. Pain is no longer dictating whether or not I'm going to stay in the bed with the covers up over my head. Pain is no longer dictating whether or not I'm no longer going to preach anymore. Pain is no longer going to dictate whether or not I'm going to build my business. Pain is no longer going to dictate whether or not I'm going to go after my dreams. Pain is no longer going to dictate whether or not I'm going to go further in debt because I'm emotionally spending. No, I am now telling pain you're subjected to me. Come on here. Come on here. You are not your pain. You are powerful, and healing is your portion. Somebody say healing is my portion. Come on. Say healing is my portion. I know it's hard to say. I know it's hard to say. But I want you to declare it. Healing is my portion. Healing is my portion. That leads me to the next thing. Heal in honesty. Heal in honesty. This is number 6. Heal in honesty. What do you mean, Dr. Vaughn? Surface healing won't sustain you. Surface healing will not sustain you. Surface healing will not sustain you. If you haven't already done so, like and share this. Surface healing will not sustain you. You have to go deep. You got to let God touch the unspoken places. Real healing happens in truth. I mean the messy, dirty, uncomfortable, unimaginable. You don't want nobody to know. Healing, come on here. Healing has to happen in truth. Let me park here for a moment. Some of us can't experience real healing, and now we're connecting to other people. We're connecting in love to other people, and we lying to them and ain't even telling them the truth about the root of the issues we dealing with. And now they've connected to the root of the mess that we dealing with, and now they don't even know. They've linked up with our messy root, and now they got our messy root, and they don't even understand. Subconsciously under the root, our roots are connecting, and now they about to be dealing with some roots that they never even knew anything about. Why? Because we demonstrated, come on here, Zion, we demonstrated a surface healing. We looked like we were healed. We talked like we were healed. We acted like we were healed. We dressed up like we were healed. We put on a front like we were healed. But the root was bleeding. The root was chaotic. The root was damaged. The root was broken. The root was toxic. And here we are now linking up to people with this toxic root because we don't want to tell the truth and heal with honesty. Why? Because healing with honesty means sometimes you got to own that you were part of the problem. I'm trying to help somebody because healing, the truth of the matter, healing with honesty means sometimes you got to own your part. Healing with honesty means sometimes you can't be the victim. Some parts of it, you were absolutely 150% the victim. But when you're talking about true holistic healing, that means you got to even own the part where you were wrong. When I actually had to face Shavana, when I wrote the book, The Cutting That Made Me Whole, if you read in there, I had to own that everything wasn't everybody else's fault. Some of the things were my fault. If you go back, for those of you who have that book, you'll see me admitting everything wasn't everybody else's fault. But here's the problem. Many of us don't want to heal honestly. We only want to heal on the surface. We only want to heal so people can look like we healed. We only want to heal so we can look and don't nobody ask us what's wrong. We only want to heal so people can think we are good. We only want to heal so we can get what we want out of people. We only want to heal so we can get what we want out of life. We only want to heal so that we can get where we want out of life. We only want to heal so we can just keep going in life. But the fact of the matter is, as long as that toxic, unhealed, nasty root is still there, you can only go but so long before the root show back up. And as long as that unhealed root is there, it's going to keep popping up every so often. Because why? What's attached to the root going to keep dying. What's attached to the root going to keep dying. Every time it bud, it's never going to have a long life. It's never going to have a long life. Deanna's on here. She was teaching us about flowers, not too long ago. And I don't know a whole lot about it. She can tell you about it. But she was teaching us about it before. About replanting and repotting and stuff like that. Most of us don't really want to heal all the way because sometimes it means that I got to be repotted, which means when I'm repotted, you're going to see my dirty root. Oh, God almighty. When I'm repotted, you expose it and you see my damaged root. When I got to be repotted, you see that my root ain't good. You see that my root is shriveled up. You see that my root is damaged. Because if you take me out the pot, you can see everything. And some of us don't want to be repotted. Because if you take me out the pot, you'll be able to see all of my damage. We don't want to heal honestly. We don't want to heal for real. We don't want to break through. We just want to look like we broke through. We only want to look like we healed a little bit. We don't want to look like, we only want to look like it. But tell somebody, I want to heal for real. Come on, tell somebody, this time I'm healing for real. Come on, somebody put in the comment section, this time I'm healing for real. This time I'm healing for real. I came to help somebody breathe again. I came to help somebody recover again. Today is all about breathing again. I tell somebody I'm healing for real this time. I'm healing for real this time. I'm healing for real this time. This time I'm healing for real. Honestly, I'm going all the way to the root. This time I'm healing for real. I'm not repeating this cycle. This time I'm healing for real. I'm not going to be 10 years down the line and I'm still dealing with and trying to heal from the trauma from 20 years ago. No, this time I am about to deal with it all. I am healing for real this time. I will not be 60 years old still trying to deal and trying to fight the 14-year-old. I'm not going to be 70 years old still trying to fight the 20-year-old. I'm not about to be 50 years old still trying to deal with the 10-year-old. This time I'm healing for real. Tell somebody this time. Here's the last thing. I don't want to keep y'all too long. Here's the last thing. This is the last thing. We're talking about breathing again. Here's the last thing. The last thing is you got to exhale what no longer serves you. Simply put, told y'all Sunday, You got to release the weight that don't belong to you. You got to release the weight that don't belong to you. You got to release the weight that don't belong to you. If that thing make you happy on Monday and Tuesday, but it's draining your joy, your peace, and your happiness on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but then giving you joy on Saturday and Sunday, it's time for you to release it. Release what's draining your joy, your faith, and your energy. Exhale the fear. Exhale the disappointment. Exhale the shame. It's time for you to breathe again. It's time for you to release all of that. It's time for you to break free. It's time for you to release the weights that don't belong to you. I said to you all on Sunday, some of us are carrying weights that don't belong to us. We've picked up weights that don't belong to us. We're carrying loads that don't belong to us. We're carrying issues that don't belong to us. We're carrying toxicity that don't belong to us. We picked up other people's stuff that don't belong to us. Tell somebody it's time for me to release it. Come on, put in the comment section. It's time for me to release it. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Come on. You got to put in the comment section. Declare it's time for me to release it. Put your name on it. Shavonda, it's time for you to release it. Come on, put your name on it. Janelle, it's time for you to release it. Put your name on it. Yeah, it's time for me to release it. 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 And so this is the charge that I give you today. As always, I give you a charge. Probably saying, Dr. Vaughn, I hear everything that you say. But this is my charge to you as I push you to breathe again. I charge you today to take your breath back. I charge you today to take your breath back. Refuse to drown in the noise. Refuse to drown in the grief. Refuse to drown in the fear. Refuse to drown in the disappointment. Refuse to drown in the betrayal. Refuse to drown in the abuse. Refuse to drown in the expectations of others. This is your moment to heal for real. This is your moment to feel without fear. This is your moment to rise from the ashes. This is your moment to reclaim your oxygen. This is your moment to reclaim your voice. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not beyond repair. This is your time to breathe again. Just because you showed up on this live, because you showed up on this live, you are the proof that you can breathe again. Because you showed up on this live, you are the proof you can breathe again. Healing is not selfish. Your stillness is not weakness. Your pause is not procrastination. You are not drowning. You are simply recovering. Let the breath of God revive your dry places. God is preparing you to rise, but you got to let him breathe into you. He's preparing you, but you got to give yourself permission to rest. You got to give yourself permission to heal. You got to give yourself permission to breathe. You got to give yourself permission to rest. You got to give yourself permission to heal. You got to give yourself permission to breathe. You got to give yourself permission to rest. You got to give yourself permission to breathe. You got to give yourself permission to heal. You got to give yourself permission to rest. You got to give yourself permission to heal. You got to give yourself permission to breathe. You have to give yourself permission to rest. You have to give yourself permission to heal. You have to give yourself permission to breathe. You have to give yourself permission to rest. You have to give yourself permission to heal. And you have to give yourself permission to breathe. God is trying to help you breathe again, but you got to give yourself permission. You got to give yourself permission. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. Let go of all of the expectations. For a moment, you got to allow yourself and give yourself the permission to rest, to heal, and to breathe. To rest, to heal, and to breathe. To rest, to heal, and to breathe. The Lord literally said, my people need to breathe again. We've been consumed by the wind being knocked out of us from grief, shame, sickness, betrayal, the mindset of the world, disappointments, attacks. Sis, I got you. Sis, Ebony, I got you. Sis, I got you. I know your weight has been heavy. I know your weight has been heavy, and I've been praying. But even if it's just for 30 minutes, just for 30 minutes, the woman, she trusts me. God is helping her breathe again because she feels like she's not meeting the expectations. But trust me, she's doing more than she's ever thought she was capable of doing. You just need a moment to rest, heal, and breathe. Rest, heal, and breathe. And here's the thing. Sometimes we think we need hours, but sometimes it's literally the state of mind that sometimes consumes us to the point where our mind will exhaust us before our body ever will. Our mind will sometimes exhaust us before our body ever will. Sometimes God just needs to remind us, I'm trying to breathe fresh wind into you. But you got to give yourself permission to rest, heal, and to breathe. Because some of the worst wounds are not physical. I promise I'm going to let you go. But some of the worst wounds are not physical. Some of the hardest wounds to get over are not physical. I was talking to my therapist in my session yesterday. And one of the things I was sharing with her, and I'll share with you guys, and I'm going to let you know. The Lord literally said to me, with the season that he's taking me in, he said, Vaughn, you got to do two things. Because God talks to me directly. He said, Shavonna, you got to do two things. I said, yes, God. He said, you got to forgive quickly, trust quickly in what I'm about to do. I said, what do you mean? He said, you got to forgive quickly. So when I send what you need, you can trust quickly and not reject it. So as I was talking to my therapist, I assumed that God meant I had to forgive people quickly. My therapist, big brother Eric, brought something to my attention, and I shared with y'all. She said, could it be that the person that you really need to forgive quickly is you? And I sat there. I had an attitude with her first. But then the Lord said, aha, there it is. Listen to her. And she broke it down and she said, you need to forgive you because you're holding yourself hostage to shame, disappointment, and anger with yourself because you feel like if you would have saw it, then maybe the people you love wouldn't be where they are. You're holding yourself hostage because maybe if you would have prayed, you wouldn't have got hurt. You're holding yourself hostage because you feel responsible and you keep beating yourself up. So the person you really need to forgive is in the mirror. The person you really need to release is in the mirror. The person you really need to deal with. Forgive quickly so that when God sends your help, you can trust quickly. Why? Because when you're wounded and you develop trust issues, because you've had a Judas, because you've had betrayal, because you've had people mishandle your oil and mishandle your heart, because you've had people devalue who you are, because you've had people devalue your poor, because you've had people mishandle you, and you develop trust issues. But God said, if you don't forgive you, and if you don't forgive quickly, when I send who I'm sending for the next bill, when I send what I'm sending for the next season, you will miss it and reject it because you won't forgive. And I don't mean others, I mean you won't forgive you. So I came to help you, like my therapist helped me. Forgive quickly so you can trust quickly. You can't expect God to give you grace and you don't give yourself grace. You can't expect God to forgive you, but you don't forgive you. So here we are. Forgive quickly so you can trust quickly. Because you don't want to miss what God's doing, walking around wounded and bleeding. Heal all the way. Heal all the way. What does that mean? Go from the root all the way up. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. Literally, I just wanted to share with you today. It's time to breathe again. I just wanted to give you those 7 steps to help you breathe again. I just wanted to give you those 7 tools to help you to give yourself permission to rest, to heal, and to breathe. That's all I came on here today to give you. To give you, for those of you that just hopped on, I pray that you would go back and catch the replay or whatever the case may be, that it will help you to give yourself permission to rest, to heal, and to breathe. To rest, to heal, and to breathe. Give yourself permission to rest, to heal, and to breathe. I love you, sunshine. I love you. Thank you, big brother. Yes, I love you, sis. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission. I love each and every one of you. And listen, and to those of you who are available on July the 19th, our book launch of Radiant Resilience will be on July the 19th at Greater Paradise. I hope I will get to see you all there at 2:00 p.m. Come on out and share with myself and 8 amazing women as we launch our first anthology called Radiant Resilience, where we actually talk about the healing journey. Come on here, where we talk about being bold in your healing journey. Come on out and share with us in the book launch and signing of Radiant Resilience on July the 19th at 2:00 p.m. at Greater Paradise, 2100 East Oliver Street. Come on over and share with us. Pre-orders are happening right down there on my website, www.shavannahwhitehead.com. I'll be posting it later on today. Pre-orders are taking place where you can get your signed copy. That particular day, I'll sign them before you arrive, and it'll be ready for your pickup once you arrive. But listen, us 8 ladies are talking about the healing journey, not the fake healing journey. We are talking about the real, authentic healing journey. And we're talking about how we came through with Radiant Resilience. I love you too, big brother. Thank you. So if you haven't already done, grab your pre-ordered copy. They're $25 right down there, www.shavannahwhitehead.com. But listen, above all, I just want you to heal all the way. I love y'all. I love y'all. I just want y'all to heal all the way. Please, 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 ma'am, please, sir. Heal honestly. Heal for real. Grab the root. No more surface healing. Let's go all the way deep. I love y'all. I'll see y'all back here. If you haven't already done so, like and share this. But make sure next Tuesday, come back here and join me right here next Tuesday at 1 p.m. for Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. Again, I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead, and it's always my privilege, my honor, and my pleasure to join you every Tuesday right here at 1 p.m. as we pour into you whatever the Lord has commanded us that will actually help you walk in healing, wholeness, and freedom, both in your natural and your spiritual journey. So we love you, and we will see you where? Back here next week, Tuesday at 1 p.m. But until then, heal all the way and give yourself permission to rest, heal, and breathe.